Hi, my name's Ash from Groundwork East, and in this series of videos we're going to be taking you through some of the basic techniques that you need to know to learn how to grow your own fruits, vegetables, flowers and herbs at home. Now, where better to start in this first video than with sowing seeds. Now, seed sowing is probably one of my favourite activities, especially on a lovely warm spring day like this. But it can be a little bit fiddly sometimes, and also different seeds have different requirements. So we need to make sure and take care that we're doing the right thing for the different seeds that we've got. So to start, we first need some very simple to find materials. Firstly, some pots. This is just a standard garden pot. If you don't have any of these, or maybe some seed cell trays at home, then look around the house. This is a mushroom tub that I saved from the bin, and inside are little cardboard tubes from loo rolls that I've just cut the ends and folded them in so that they can hold compost. This is as well an egg carton. So just look around, see what you can find. Simple thing, just needs to be able to hold soil and drain freely as well. So first things first, we're going to start with small seeds. So I'm going to start with, let's do some parsley. I'm going to take a pot like this. I'm going to mostly fill it. So it's about, I don't know, an inch from the top, hasn't got soil in it. I'm going to take my parsley seeds. These ones are really small, so if I was to try and pick these up individually, it'd be really difficult. So for this reason, it's just a lot easier to sprinkle. So I've got a nice flat surface on the top of my soil. I'm just going to sprinkle a nice, fine, even layer of the seeds across the top, just like that. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Then once they're on the top of the soil, I'm going to get a tiny little bit more soil and sprinkle that across the top. Now, the compost I'm using is a seedling mix, which is nice and fine and light. It's not like a heavy soil that you'd find in the garden that would kind of submerge and cover the seeds and they wouldn't be able to pop through. It's nice and light and free draining. You can find seedling mix compost in pretty much all garden stores. So that's all I've done there. Sprinkled the seeds on the top and then sprinkled a little bit more compost on the top. In this one, for long trays where I might want to separate the plants out later on, it might be useful to make a little furrow like that. So just a little ditch in the middle. And then again, just sprinkling very lightly your seeds. Might do that with lettuce, for example, if I want to separate the lettuces out later. Just sprinkle a little line of seeds down that furrow that you've created and then cover it back over. Very lightly, not much on top. Okay, let's put that to one side. Now, for seeds that are a little bit bigger, what have we got? Like these aubergines, for example. These seeds are a little bit bigger and a bit easier for me to pick up individually, one by one. So for the seeds this size, good thing to do is to, let's take these for example, poke your finger just in the top of the soil when you've filled up whatever it is you're putting your soil in. Just poke your finger just ever so slightly into the top, just so you've got a little nest in the top of the soil. And take your seed one by one, place it in the nest, and again just a tiny little sprinkling of the soil on top just to cover it. And then finally, for bigger seeds, let's see, we've got courgettes. I'm going to take this seed cell tray, I'm going to fill it up to the top. Like so. Because these courgette seeds are nice and big, very easy for me to handle. So I can take each individual seed, let's put it up here so you can see, put it on the top, like so. I'm just going to push it with my finger just under the surface of the soil, about the depth of the seed itself. Don't want to go too much deeper than that because you want to leave plenty of room underneath the seed for the roots to grow. So on the top of the soil surface, push it in with your finger, cover it over, and then we're done. So once all the seeds are in, take a little watering can. If you don't have a watering can, you can make one out of a nice big plastic bottle. Just put some holes in the top. you want to sprinkle it really, rather than chucking a load of water on top that disturbs all the seeds. So without getting water all over my seed packets, just a nice gentle sprinkling, just to moisten the soil, that's all, not too much. Give them a good soak, let it drain through. And we're going to put that on a windowsill where it's nice and bright and warm, and we're going to leave it for 1 or 2 weeks. Going to keep it moist but not too wet, remember. So let it dry out between waterings, but don't leave it too dry either for too long. So it's a bit of a balancing act. Keep it the right level of moisture, nice, plenty of light, plenty of warmth. Within 1 to 2 weeks, you'll start seeing little seedlings popping out the top, which is a really exciting bit. So yeah, keep an eye on them. Make sure they're the right moisture. Make sure they're nice and warm. And in a couple of weeks, you'll have plenty of seedlings to start playing with.